Good afternoon, you YouTube view. Here's a double maiden, one you've seen on the channel a few times, except that the Hobby King Hurricane 2B was a present for Hubster at Christmas, and he's just built it today and we're going to fly it. The Dynam Hurricane is what we're going to lead off with, and that's been hanging around for a couple of years with me, but today's the day it's going to fly, and there'll be an interesting story at the end of the video, so I hope you'll stay around for that. So let's get these things in the air, YouTube. Okay YouTube, mon capitaine will do his best hand launching. I will endeavour to get this thing flying as best I can. I'm a bit nervous of it, like you Ian, Welsh Ian, you lovely fella. I feel your nerves right now, but anyway, let's get this thing in the air. So a bit of corrective, that. Okay, go! Take out the flaps, and what have we got? We've got a very big hurricane. Not flying too bad at all. Just whether I'm up to it. There goes Hurricane R4118, the real version of which is the oldest, most genuine Battle of Britain hurricane that is flying. That's a big old 4S loop. Yes, incidentally, this I'm flying on the 4S batteries that I flew Big Timbo on the other day when he was on floats coming off Lake Mini-Me. Actually flying pretty well.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, we did a CFG test, and it appeared to be just a fraction tail heavy, but the 4S is shoved right up as far as it will go against the firewall. So unless I add some more lead or trim some down, but it's not needing it. It's flying really well. Nerves are going actually. Disappearing. Flyers. Put her in. Oh, she's flying really well now. Flying really well. So a shout out to Ian's RC Exploits. Get yours built, mate. It's worth it. It's flying really nicely. I hope you'll enjoy yours as much as I'm enjoying this. these things disappear from the shops and Dynam goes, that'd be a great shame, I think. This model flies really nicely and it looks the part in the air. Honestly, it really does. It is such a beautiful thing. I really do love the Hurricane. It always plays second fiddle to the beautiful Spitfire, but it's got the work done. This is the one that rolled up its sleeves in the battle and shot down more enemy aircraft than the Spitfire. I think part of that is being a good gun platform, which is also a byproduct of being a stable aircraft to fly. Check my timings. Oh, right out of time. Gosh, that went by in a blur. One more low pass, I think. Take her back and into approach of the bastard tree. And I've got to be ready to pull back the elevator when the flaps go in, as is the way with the real Hurricane. I'm sure it's going to be the same with this. So let's go down. Yep. Okay, bit of a tip stall on the finish there, but she's down in one piece. And do we have 3 prop blades? That's the important thing. Yes, we do. Wow! Hurricane Maiden. Get in there. Look at that. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a tough old bird. Yes, all prop blades on. Everything functioning. Yeah. To be ready to go again. Right then, YouTube, I can't tell you how thrilled I am with that, and I was very nervous before I flew it, but the nerves have now all gone. This is such a lovely flying warbird. If you can find one, guys, snap them up. I don't think they're going to be around for much longer. So this is the lovely Mr. James Brown, owner and pilot of Hurricane R4118. Sir, take it away.
Great. Well, Gina, great to have you here, and this is for all of the viewers of Gina's channel. Delighted to have her here today to show her and you R4118. This is really the only surviving Hurricane from the Battle of Britain. Flew 48 sorties in September 1940 from Croydon with 605 Squadron, and during that time destroyed or damaged 5 enemy aircraft. Very, very original aircraft. So Mark I Hurricane, 8 Browning 303 machine guns, they're still in the wings.
Wow.
So that's pretty unique.
Yes.
It's a Merlin 3, so 1,030 horsepower. And really a beautiful, very reliable engine. This one's got about 200 hours on it. We expect it to do 500 before the overhaul. What else can I tell you? Come on round. Wooden propeller. This is a Hoffman prop on this aeroplane.
Gosh.
But there's some beautiful details on the aeroplane. So, for example, we've got the gun camera in situ here. And I think when the aircraft was found and restored by Peter Vasher back in the early 2000s, the gun camera still had film sitting inside it. I'm not sure there's anything on it, but it was still
No way.
there.
That's incredible.
Very big, thick wing, which makes it very easy to handle, very benign, very, very stable, and was the reason that it was such a stable gun platform during the battle. We'll walk on round. Live landing lights. You can actually pivot these to illuminate the grass runway ahead of you.
That's clever. That's foresight.
Yeah.
You can see into the structure there as well, can't you?
You can.
Oh my word. Gosh. peeking under a lady's skirt, isn't it?
There we go. You know, as we're walking around, I think you get a real appreciation of just how big the aeroplane is. Much taller than a Spitfire. Fabric covered flying controls. This is Irish linen on these.
Can I touch?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, it feels very firm there. Very, very well doped.
It is.
Yes.
And then we've got really forward of the cockpit. It's metal panelled, metal skin.
Right.
After the cockpit, this is ply covered in fabric. And then after here, it's a steel tubular frame with wooden runners, longerons, covered in Irish linen again and doped. And a bit of patina on this aeroplane. We're going to repaint some of this this winter.
Oh, lovely.
But it's got a beautiful,
It's
authentic
yes.
look to it. I
You could
think.
almost close your eyes and open them again, and it's 1940.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, she looks exactly as she did in
Wow.
1940.
What you were saying about the construction, it's almost like a meeting of the future and the past. It's like the World War I biplanes back here, and then metal skin.
Yeah, well, very famously, this is Sidney Camp's creation, and he created this steel tubular frame, which was very easy to manufacture. And obviously, in the battle, as many people know, these could take a lot of punishment. If you had a cannon shell, go through the aircraft, provided it didn't hit anything vital, it would probably come straight out the other side. Whereas on a monocoque structured aircraft, it could have exploded, causing much more damage. So many of these were patched up in the field very easily. Down at the back here, this is the identification friend or foe aerial.
IFF.
Yep. So
Gosh.
that's pretty unusual for any of the current Hurricanes still to have that. And then back to the fin and the horizontal stabilizer, again covered in Irish linen.
Oh yes, the whole thing. Yes. Yes. I was expecting it to be metal front and then just linen for the control surface to keep it light.
More details here with manufacturer's plates.
Oh.
Which are
I'm
quite
going to
nice.
just not bump into the tug there. Oh wow! Again, this is just perfect.
It's
pure
beautiful,
history, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's you can trace that back through all the paperwork.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
One of the complaints of the Mark I Hurricane pilots was there's no rudder trim. So when you were climbing up to 25,000 feet,
Yeah.
you've got to hold your left foot on all
Constantly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good trims there.
The trim.
Yep. Oh, notice a little flap
It's a
there.
ground adjustable trim tab.
Oh,
But
okay.
we do have elevated trim on the aircraft.
Yeah. Wow. Just,
There we go.
just all these little details. These hinges and things. So this was the aircraft that was in India, was it? But
Yeah.
the technical college or something?
Yeah, that's
And-
right. So it was found in Varanasi. So it was shipped out in a crate in 1943, never rebuilt, but left in a technical college. It was taken out of the crate, and it was just sitting in a courtyard there. Peter Vashon rediscovered it and brought it back to the UK in the late 90s, early 2000s. Rebuilt it, flew again in 2003 from Cambridge, actually, just up the road from here.
Right. Okay.
And I bought it in 2015, so I've had it for 6 years now. But it's a real privilege to be the custodian of such a lovely aeroplane.
I mean, where does a pilot go from here? There is nowhere to go, is there? You've
No,
really...
just more experience.
You yes.
Building experience. with it.
And I love how you share this aircraft. You don't squirrel it away and it's only for the rich to see.
It goes everywhere.
You're flying it. You've flown it over our house several times.
Good. Well, it's been all around the country, and that's one of the great joys of it, actually, to take it to places where people don't normally see warbirds. So,
Yes.
we took it to Kirkbride last year. It went up to. It's been all over the country.
Brilliant.
it's
That's
a lot of
superb.
fun. And there's lovely details. Come and have a look at this. This is the step. And that's
Stirrup.
the
Yeah.
original. Yeah, the original
Gosh.
step up. And if I close this. puts that away as well. So one of the
So that's
faux pas that you can make as a Hurricane pilot is to leave the step down when you go flying. It doesn't matter actually, there's no issue with doing that, it just doesn't look as pretty, so
No.
we always put it away.
So you do that and it brings that up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, James, that's an absolute pleasure to be shown around your beautiful Hurricane. And well, you YouTubers, I hope you appreciate what you're seeing, because it is just astounding. And when I first clapped eyes on it, I actually got a bit emotional. Got a bit of a lump in the throat, I must say. It just exudes something, something unique, this aircraft. It's well, brilliant. And I hope this little videoette does it justice. And well, I hope it's a nice little bookend or intro for the flight for my Hurricane, which hopefully will be a success. So thank you, YouTube. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Something of an addendum. I visited James Brown, owner and pilot of R4118, and he very kindly signed a part of my Dynam R4118. So this model now is just totally off the cool scale for me. It's something I'm going to treasure for as long as possible. Hopefully I'll never damage this model. Keep it as fresh as I can.